single-player games. They've given us some of the most memorable stories, characters, and experiences in gaming history. These are the games that leave a lasting impression, the ones you can play at your own pace, getting lost in their worlds. Today, we're counting down 15 single-player games everyone needs to play at least once. From Software's, Bloodborne is more than just a game. It's a haunting masterpiece. Set in the Gothic city of Yharnam, this action RPG drags you into a nightmarish world filled with twisted beasts, cryptic lore, and fast-paced combat. You play as Hunter, battling through a plague-infested city where every corner hides danger. What makes Bloodborne a must-play is its atmosphere. Dark, oppressive, yet strangely beautiful. The combat is intense and rewarding, demanding skill and strategy while pushing you to adapt. Unlike Dark Souls, there's no hiding behind a shield here. You're encouraged to dodge, counterattack, and stay aggressive. The eerie, Lovecraftian stories revealed in fragments, pulling you deeper into its mysterious world. It's not for the faint of heart, but the sense of accomplishment after defeating a towering boss or uncovering a hidden secret is unparalleled. If you've never stepped into Yharnam, now's the time. Few games can match the sheer scale and storytelling brilliance of The Witcher 3, Wild Hunt. You step into the boots of Geralt of Rivia, a monster hunter searching for his adopted daughter Ciri in a world on the brink of chaos. The open world of The Witcher 3 is stunning, from the war-torn plains of Velen to the icy isles of Skellige. But it's not just the world that captivates, it's the characters. Every side quest feels like a story of its own, with rich writing and meaningful choices. You'll face moral dilemmas, navigate political intrigue, and, of course, hunt deadly monsters. The combat combines swords, magic, and strategy, offering depth without overwhelming complexity. And in the Hearts of Stone and Blood and Wine expansions, you got a game that feels endless. Whether it's your first time or a return visit, The Witcher 3 is a masterpiece. If you're looking for a challenge, Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice is a game you absolutely need to experience. From Software once again delivers a brutal yet rewarding action game. But this time, it's all about precision and timing. You play as Wolf, a shinobi on a quest to rescue his kidnapped lord and exact revenge on his enemies. Set in a beautifully reimagined Sengoku-era Japan, the game's world is steeped in mythology and danger. Combat is where Sekiro truly shines. It's a dance of deflection and attack, requiring you to learn your enemy's moves and strike at the perfect moment. The lack of traditional RPG elements might feel restrictive at first, but it forces you to master the mechanics. Defeating a boss in Sekiro is a triumph like no other, making this game an unforgettable journey of skill and perseverance. Santa Monica Studios' God of War reinvented a legendary franchise, turning Kratos from a rage-fueled warrior into a deeply complex character. Set in a stunning Norse mythology-inspired world, the game follows Kratos and his son Atreus on a journey to scatter his wife's ashes from the highest peak. The combat is visceral and satisfying, with Kratos wielding the Leviathan axe in a way that feels weighty and precise. But it's the story that sets this game apart. The relationship between Kratos and Atreus is the emotional core, filled with moments of tension, growth, and genuine warmth. The world's full of secrets, from hidden realms to lore-rich artifacts, making exploration as rewarding as the main story. God of War isn't just an action game, it's a deeply personal adventure that redefined what a single-player game can be. If you've ever wondered why GTA 6 is the most hyped game of all time, then you probably haven't played Grand Theft Auto 5. Rockstar's open-world epic isn't just a game, it's a cultural phenomenon. Set in the sprawling city of Los Santos, GTA 5 tells the intertwined stories of three protagonists: Michael, a retired criminal; Franklin, a street-smart hustler; and Trevor, a chaotic wildcard. The game's narrative is sharp, satirical, and filled with unforgettable moments. But the real star of GTA 5 is the open world itself. Los Santos feels alive, with endless activities like heists, races, and even yoga. With GTA Online still thriving, it's the perfect time to dive in as we approach GTA 6's release. Whether you're a fan of action, humor, or just pure chaos, GTA 5 is a must-play. BioShock is a masterclass in storytelling, atmosphere, and world building. Set in the underwater city of Rapture, you'll explore a utopia gone horribly wrong, unraveling its mysteries while fighting for survival. The game's blend of first-person shooter and plasmid powers keeps combat fresh and exciting, but it's the setting that steals the show. Every corner of Rapture is dripping with detail, from its Art Deco design to the haunting audio logs scattered throughout. And then there's the story, a tale of ambition, freedom, and control, punctuated by one of the most memorable twists in gaming history. BioShock isn't just a game, it's an experience that'll leave you questioning everything. If you've never visited Rapture, you're missing out on one of the greatest adventures ever made. What makes Mass Effect 2 so special is the connection you build with its characters. BioWare's sci-fi RPG takes you on a galaxy-spanning adventure as Commander Shepard, assembling a team of specialists to take on a suicide mission. The game's strength lies in its writing. Each squad member has their own backstory, personality, and loyalty mission, making them feel like real people. The choices you make have consequences, shaping not only this story, but the series as a whole. The gameplay strikes a perfect balance between action and RPG mechanics, with tight shooting mechanics and meaningful upgrades. Add in the stunning visuals and a sweeping score, and you have a game that feels truly cinematic. Mass Effect 2 isn't just a game, it's an emotional journey through the stars. Whether you're saving the galaxy or simply chatting with your crew, this is an experience you'll never forget.
Or you don't want to. No. Omega has worked.
Some games are unforgettable because they're so different from anything else you've ever played. The Outer Wilds is one of those games. This space exploration adventure has you travel into a tiny solar system trapped in a 22-minute time loop. Your goal? Unravel its mysteries before everything resets. What makes the Outer Wilds stand out is how it trusts you to figure everything out on your own. There are no markers, no hand-holding, just curiosity and discovery. You'll solve ancient puzzles, uncover haunting stories, and experience moments that genuinely make you stop and think. It might not be for everyone. Its unconventional approach can feel daunting at first. But if you give it a chance, The Outer Wilds offers a sense of wonder that's rare in gaming. It's a unique, deeply rewarding experience that's worth your time. Before cinematic storytelling in games was the norm, Max Payne 2, The Fall of Max Payne, delivered a gripping narrative wrapped in stylish, slow-motion gunplay. This neo-noir action game continues Max's tragic story as he draws into a web of betrayal, loss, and revenge. The gameplay is a perfect blend of chaos and precision. Bullet time, the signature slow-motion mechanic, lets you dive and dodge while taking down enemies with finesse. The game's dark, gritty atmosphere is amplified by its haunting soundtrack and comic book-style cutscenes. But it's the story that truly sets Max Payne 2 apart. It's a tale of love and loss, told with a level of emotional depth rarely seen in action games at the time. Whether you're in it for the combat or the narrative, this is a classic that every gamer should experience at least once. The Last of Us Part 1 by Naughty Dog isn't just a game. It's an emotional journey that redefines storytelling in the gaming industry. Set in a post-apocalyptic world ravaged by a fungal infection, it tells the story of Joel, a hardened survivor, and Ellie, a teenage girl who might be the key to humanity's survival. The relationship between Joel and Ellie is the beating heart of this game. Their bond evolves through moments of tenderness, conflict, and survival, making every interaction feel raw and real. The gameplay combines stealth, exploration, and brutal combat, keeping you constantly on edge. The world building is stunning, with every abandoned building and overgrown street telling its own story. Whether you're experiencing it for the first time or revisiting it through the remake, The Last of Us Part 1 is a masterpiece that every gamer should play. Another Naughty Dog banger, Uncharted 4: A Thief's End, is the ultimate action-adventure experience. This final chapter in Nathan Drake's story takes everything great about the series and dials it up to 11. Years after his last adventure, Nathan is living a quiet life until his brother Sam reappears with a lead on a legendary pirate treasure. What follows is a globe-trotting journey filled with thrilling set pieces, emotional twists, and stunning visuals. The gameplay is the smoothest the series has ever been, with improved climbing mechanics, dynamic shootouts, and clever puzzles. But what makes Uncharted 4 truly special is its story. It's a heartfelt exploration of family, loyalty, and the cost of obsession. Whether you're new to the series or a longtime fan, Uncharted 4 is a must-play and a fitting farewell to one of gaming's most beloved characters. When Half-Life 2 was released, it wasn't just a game, it was a revolution. Valve's groundbreaking FPS redefined the genre with its incredible physics engine, immersive storytelling, and seamless gameplay. You play as Gordon Freeman, a silent protagonist battling against an oppressive alien regime known as the Combine. The game's world feels alive, from the eerie ruins of Ravenholm to the sprawling dystopian cityscapes. What makes Half-Life 2 a must-play is how it combines action, puzzle solving, and environmental storytelling. The gravity gun, a game changer at the time, lets you manipulate objects in creative ways, adding depth to both combat and exploration. Decades later, Half-Life 2 still holds up as one of the greatest single-player games of all time. Whether you're a fan of FPS games or just great storytelling, this is one adventure you can't miss. The long-awaited sequel to Remedy's cult classic Alan Wake 2 takes psychological horror to new heights. The game masterfully blends narrative and gameplay, putting you in the shoes of Alan as he battles supernatural forces while trying to finish his next story. The atmosphere is thick with tension, with every shadow and sound adding to the unease. The combat is strategic, requiring you to manage resources and use light to weaken enemies. But it's the storytelling that truly sets Alan Wake 2 apart. The game blurs the line between fiction and reality, pulling you into a narrative that's as unsettling as it is compelling. Whether you're a fan of the original or a newcomer, Alan Wake 2 is an unforgettable experience that proves Remedy is still at the top of their game. Far Cry 3 didn't just define the series, it set the standard for open-world shooters. You play as Jason Brody, a tourist stranded on a dangerous island controlled by pirates and mercenaries. The game's world is vibrant yet deadly, filled with wildlife to hunt, outposts to liberate, and secrets to discover. The gameplay is incredibly satisfying, blending stealth, exploration, and action. And then there's Vaz, one of the game's most iconic villains, whose menacing performance steals the show. But Far Cry 2 isn't just about action. It's a story of survival and transformation, as Jason evolves from a carefree traveler into a hardened warrior. Whether you're drawn in by the stunning environments or the intense gameplay, this is an adventure that every gamer should experience. When Cyberpunk 2077 launched, it was met with controversy. But after numerous updates and the incredible Phantom Liberty DLC, it's finally the game we all hoped it would be. Set in the sprawling, futuristic Night City, you play as V, a mercenary navigating a world of corruption, cybernetics, and rebellion. The game's open world is breathtaking, filled with stories to uncover, characters to meet, and choices that shape your experience. The gameplay is equally engaging, with deep RPG mechanics, thrilling combat, and the freedom to play your way. Whether you're hacking into enemy systems or going full guns blazing, every playthrough feels unique. If you've avoided Cyberpunk 2077 because of its rocky start, now's the time to dive in. It's an unforgettable single-player experience that deserves a second chance.
Get everything you need?
And that's our list of 15 incredible single-player games. Which ones have you played? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more. Thanks for watching, and happy gaming!